just fat. That's all I saw was fat.
All right. We're having a heck of a time here. And it's a good chunky thing. Look how fat. Hey anglers and anglerettes, how is it going? I have a dilemma on my hands, which I'm sure a lot of you have. As you can see behind me, that's just a small portion of what I have in baits. And a lot of these baits I hadn't used in probably 10 years. And so now the way fishing is, am I ever going to use these type of baits again? I mean, do we use as many crankbaits as we used to? I mean, really, do we? It's just crazy at all the baits that we accumulate over the years. Do we use spinner baits anymore? I can't remember the last time I used a spinner bait. I've probably caught some of my best fish on a spinner bait, but I haven't used any in a long time. My question is, what in the heck do we do with all this stuff? Because if I'm not using them, then what do I do with them? Where am I going to get rid of them? Do you just donate it? You put it on Marketplace or whatever? If the majority of us ain't using these anymore, so what good are they? I've got these big old crankbaits even. I don't know the last time I used them. How about these big worms? Big old 10-inch worms. When's the last time you threw a big 10-inch worm? I used to catch the snot out of bass on these things. Are we using jigs anymore? What about tube bait? Wouldn't that still work? I got boxes of stuff that I'd have had no idea that I still even had. And even frogs, ribbit frogs right here. My old buddy Lonnie Stanley. I guess we could still use top water, but do we use frogs? It's just unbelievable at the amount of baits that you accumulate over the years, and you just get to the point to where you don't use them anymore. I don't even know that they make this anymore, this Gulp Alive here. This was stuff I used to use when I would catch redfish down in Louisiana. I don't even know if they make it anymore. But these are great baits, and I'm sure they could be used today, but I haven't used them in 10 years. Is there no more pork frogs? What about Carolina rig and a lizard? Huh? Surely a swim jig would still work today, surely. But the whole deal is, where is there a place to get rid of all this bait that we don't use? I mean, I have bags of stuff in here that, like I said, I have not seen or used in I don't know how long, but I don't know what to do with it. What are you guys doing? What do y'all say? Do you hang on to it and hope for the best, and maybe one day fishing will change and we'll go back and start using this stuff again? Or is there a place, an auction place, or I mean, that would take a lot of work to line all this stuff up and give a detailed description or whatever. Can you sell it in bulk? Is there even a market for it? That's my question. So what do you think we're doing with all the baits? And I know the bait manufacturers have to be hurting, because there's only just a few baits now that we actually use when it comes to this live technology. Surely you guys are still using the craws. What about a rattle trap? Jeez, come on. Anybody use a curly tail? Oh wait, I do. I'm in a quandary, just wondering, what do you guys think? What's your opinion? What are you guys doing about it, if you're doing anything, or are you just hoarding it up like basically I am? So I'd kind of like to know. Let's get a little topic going right here on what we need to do with some of these old baits that nobody uses anymore. I mean, I've even got, there's a pegboard right there full of stuff that I probably won't use in the next 10 years either. So it adds up. If you had the money that that all this stuff had cost back in the day, it's a pretty good penny. I mean, it's a lot of money. So anyway, I'm not asking for somebody just to buy me out or whatever. That would be pretty cool. I would just like to know what's going on in the market. What do we do with all these baits that we don't use anymore? I'd like to hear it.